folks. It's 17:05 on the 17th day, 5th month, 2023. What I'm looking at here is a very, very high winds and gale force and such that's going to be impacting the North Island of New Zealand here at about this weekend. It's too early in the morning for me to start doing mathematics of adding up all these, how many hours. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a very low pressure, and when it pulls on the island, it's definitely going to do some lift on the mantle itself and bubble the island a bit. So when it comes over, your earthquake risk is going to be extremely high. You have some beeves that are guiding this right on in, absolutely guided it in, and it's also there's one that's created a packet here. And storm's going to go around. I'll show you that as well. And you get some sweats that follow my hand through here coming on the 10th because they've diverted the entire river of moisture that's way up here. It is turned around and headed back that direction. And I'll show you that as it's that interests me. Look at the winds down here. Check out the low, dog. You have the lowest pressure around your area. He's very, 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 very low. 100 kilometer a mile an hour. 100 kilometer wind, man. That would get you right along. You wouldn't want to have your sailboat in that, would you? What if you did? You'd be regretting it. And it's a very low pressure here, too, that's going to be fueling a lot of the dynamics that feed into these storms. As high flows towards the lowest ones. Even these, this is just a devastator. Well, they got to be putting some chem down in the center of that sucker to keep it going. So let me see if I'm right. And it'll be right around here. All right, say there's just a little bit of chem going on here. Right, a total shitstorm, stains in the skies. We're getting blurred out a little bit right now. Wasn't that blurry a little earlier? Hey, isn't that interesting? Yeah, with that load of these were perfectly clear. Like this image of Christchurch. It must be something you got under the water giving a lot of colors, but it's not matching up to all the imagery when I see these camgrams that are not quite edited out of the feed. And you can see some clearer imagery of what the ocean should look like in that spot. Right? It should be dark blue. Right? So you see something like that, you get some hellacious upper level clouds. Did you guys get some glowing clouds last night? Seeing any quake lights yet? I'm concerned. It's definitely like a plume right there, right up off that crop. You could see it right here. The chemtrails had been deployed over the peaceful fish of our ocean. Maybe that's where they're just not happy with us anymore. Maybe people are going to stop catching. Look at the shadow caused by that cloud. But it didn't hide the chemtrail. Didn't hide the chem. Nope, don't hide the chemtrails. Because all you got to do is look. All you gotta do is look and go up in the traffic. See, look at the stains in the skies. What a fucking shame. And the blurring out of the feet, right? The pixelations of the picked imagery so that you can't see clearly is also a telltale sign that they're hiding something. If you get something to hide, you do that. Because I was looking at this a few minutes ago. It wasn't pixelated like that. Now it's pixelated. I'll never announce I'm going live again. That's my last announcement. I'm going live. From now on out, I'm just going to do. Because they do that. Why? Because we let them. Why? Because they control the joy juice button of what we see and what we don't. Why? Because they say they want to block the sun. They say they want to do this. They say they want to put chemical catalysts in the sky. It's written. I've shown it so many times. I'm going to do it again. SIGI 111 Geoengineering Governance.
According to FAS.org, geoengineering raises substantial environmental and ethical concerns for some observers.
Some observers, my ass! I wasn't expected to hear that. Everyone's coming up with this document here, which I've gone over many times with many people, and I would like to hand it now into the chat box of my this report here. Let's see. Pasting it along. There we go. There's a link to that. And I want you to go through this document and learn it. This is your proofs of the governance of the geoengineering program. And my favorite pages, well, it ain't my favorite. I don't like what I'm having to read here. It's page 13. And on page 13, it talks about sulfur aerosol injection. And if you look here, you will see potential delivery vehicles for stratospheric sulfur dioxide injection include aircraft artillery shells and stratospheric balloons. Highly reflected aerosols. You want to be huffing aerosols? It'd be like cracking at the corner. Benefits and risks. All these are done with detectors. You just look. Hydroxyl radicals, things to do with water. Sulfuric gas forms together with water vapor, forms sulfate particles. In other words, the acid rain that so many of you guys have been proven all across New Zealand in the last few weeks with litmus paper. Simple litmus paper. Presence of aerosols, sulfuric gas may condense into pre-existing aerosol particles. In other words, it can catalyze with other particles to make new things. There's some of the stuff they talk about spraying particles of other chemicals, titanium oxide. Is that just fresh air? Is that a vitamin like some of these people like Bozy say that there's some healthy chemtrails? No, they're not healthy at all, ever. They're never, ever healthy. To be breathing particles in the sky of nanomaterials that are put up there by man. And if you believe that, you're a liar when you say it to other people. Global warming mitigation. They're warming the globe by putting a blanket over all of us. At night, we should be radiating our heat. You stick your feet out of the covers or inside the covers when you're getting warm. That's all I got to say about that. It's time to take the blanket off. It's time to do this stuff away with this stuff. It's time to remove the blanket from Mother Earth, the blanket of crap, the blanket of filth. The deliberate toxification on our planet by corporate leaders that don't represent you like you think you do. They represent a corporation of the United States, the corporation of Australia, City of London Incorporated, Vatican. It's all corporations. This is all corporation. Meanwhile, the blanket has covered us. The blanket has warmed us. Mother Earth can't stick her toes out at night. And she dang sure ain't getting a good breath of air under this crap here. If I zoom in out here to the Indian Ocean, which is an area of concern for a few people, you can expect this to just stay here. It's going to hover around. It's a gear. It's actually been hit with a beam coming along this line here. It flattens it out. And I can show you that too right now. Actually, look at this beam at the end here. Bzzz, getting fried. Indian Ocean style. Boy, that'd be a heck curried air. But it hits on that side of the storm. If they went right in the center to this side and it went into the beam, it would dissipate. The storm would die. And so right now they're choosing not to kill that storm because it can be killed with EMF as well. It's all heat, flow, cool. You get the two hearts crushed together, it'll destroy that eye. Drop the right catalyst in it, it's the same temperature as the air around it, and it goes away. Meanwhile, I got a big blast here coming off the corner of New Zealand. Pinning in flows, man. Pinning in flow. That straight line just appears right here. You get a device on, most likely over here. What a fucking shame when man-made weather goes on before your eyes and even the blind can see it more than the people with their eyes working. Because they could taste the air, they could smell the difference, and they hear the lack of birds in the forest and they have to wonder why. I don't. Now you get the flow change. Everything's coming here. Beam comes up. You're going to watch this change over the next few days, and that's going to sling a lot of moisture in here to the top of Papua there. And they're going to have some serious inundations and create a tendril line that's going to fuck these people. You see this beam line here? Bzzz, you get a ship. Pretty much right here, because it showed its V going south. It's hitting this down here. While it's doing that, it's beaming to the side. So you have quite a geoengineering operation going on down there in the South Pacific and the Antarctic Ocean areas. Oh my. It's just to watch this every day. It's such a crap. And to know it says they're going to do it. It says they want to do it. And it's being done. And this is shooting the water in the air. The cloud brightening. Radioactive balance, albedos. They love the big words. But at the end of the day, almost every one of these articles, when it gets to the part about what it's going to do, they don't know what the harm's going to be. And all you people with sun simulators and mirrors in space, they look. They want 55,000 of them. They'll be faced away, and you won't see them. They'll be black. Come on, 22. That's high. 55,000 mirrors, and one of them may be broke already up there. That's why we're having such great luck these days. A philosophical transaction for the Royal Society. You just sit around and talk about this and record it as a meeting. Where are we going to be invited into this? When do you ask the whale how it feels about the infrasonic undulations? What are you going to talk about? The total harm. And you're going to see this guy's name a lot. He's well funded by the Harvard Club and Bill Gates, Melinda Foundations, and the couch groups, and the ones that want to have a direct vested interest in the toxification of people. because they're invested in a pharmaceutical industry that has the cold and plains flu, CZ type things over the top of you. Meanwhile, I'm zooming right on in here near Charleville. I'm seeing the absolute frying out of Australia. Bzzz, getting fried, and the aroma is like a fart, I hear. People say it stinks. You think that's all just rows of microwaves? You've been taught by somebody. Well, Dave, you're fucking wrong. You see these dats in here? These are the chemical catalysts being deployed into the microwave mix. Again, I prove you wrong with visible evidence that you always deny for years. It's a guy who came in and kicked over a camera. David Peaceland loves it. A talking Yukai. I'll never forgive that. If you're gonna plan to drive that far to be an asshole, just look in the mirror and get it over with. Yeah, I'm serious. This is the kind of crap we put up with. And one more time, I'm going to tell something. Are you that damn good about giving forecasts running on my wall, spouting off your own version of things I've already said? You're going to cover New Zealand yourself and give me a break. Hey, I'm serious. I'm getting tired of something. They've had it in side screen, too. Really. You're new to my world, really. Look at how clear this image is here. Right, you go all the way to the ground. No problem. Go over here to a chemtrail. Pixelated much? Those are bombs. That's not today, is it? Yeah, I was going to say, that's not today because they pixelated. I showed that already. What a fucking shame, man. They're going to just hide the truth from you. Okay, now let me show you what you get coming. What do you want to see first, the totals or the schmodals? This is your wind field. I wanted to see how fast it is going to impact. It's really going to hit the South Island hard. People are concentrating on just the north. These sticky outbears are going to absolutely get some terrible winds coming. Let's see what we can get on your accumulated wind fronts. Right, you see this here? It's bad. And as we go through the week, it's no better. These are what the gustinesses can yield. And it's like a sustained wind coming in through here in Nelson. And as the wind ain't going to stop, your laundry will dry very quickly if it doesn't rain. My God, and then you get this smackaroos. Look at the South Island here. 81 kilometers. You're getting very close to hurricane strength. It's a very, very high gale. I'm going to put that into hey, hey, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Let's see what that is in other people understand it. 50 miles an hour. As you're a tropical storm. Actually, by 50 miles an hour, you've hit a low tropical storm. You're not even a gale anymore. So we should have to issue a tropical storm warning now for New Zealand for this weekend. So I'll change my title that I put on. Because the wind data is showing me that accumulated winds are hitting it. My God, you folks just can't catch a break. What's going to come roaring through the straits here when they release this sucker on Sunday? Wow. It's bad. Bad, 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 bad. You were looking for any doldrum you could get. And what's going on out there? Huh? Your 40s. I'm telling you, this geoengineering has got to stop. It's killing these people in this island. It's killing the fish. It's killing my morale. And well, we're going to stop this stuff. Know it. We don't waste our time. We're going to manifest correctly and not doubt. Look at that batch of wind coming through on Monday. If you've been worried about that, you have now. It's going to be a wicked day as well. Wicked, wicked weekend. Total different system. That's all that Antarctic flow because of the low dogs down here. Kicking everything up. Mixing with this tropical flow up here. It's going to get bad. It's going to get bad. So let me kind of show you the weather plan here, what to be expected. You're going to be really high, Australia. Look how high you are on Monday. You're so high on Monday that it's drying you guys right on out. Okay, and now for today. Let's turn off some of the pressures and some of the animated particle crap that we got going on over here and have a quick look. Boom, 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 bzz. Frying it up. Here we go. You're hitting the tip. Twist the island, catch it a little bit. If this was a clock, it will rotate to the 10th position, binding up the straits over here. See, I'm doing a fault calculation. And it spreads it out, and here comes some lightning and the wind. Whoosh, battling tops. Here it comes, reorganizing. They decided to Nazify it, so we'll be looking for the big Nazi chemtrail out there that day. I only make it up. Or is that the Pink Floyd Hammers? Ein, zwei, drei, swab. Doo doo, boom boom. You can't see the sky now. Boom boom. The colors on, Rob cried. Hello, my world, we've got this. They're gonna walk on by with their policies, 'cause there's a big bad wolf blowing down the doors this weekend, and all the huffing and the puffing is not going to be very good for the island. Yep. As we go along, you get to see the tendrilizations of the tropics over here, getting their batch, getting their habits. Here you get some bads coming. I'll show you just the accumulated totals over there. Would probably just say it. Expect those to rise. That's a tendril split. And what's been cruising it, Chris? Papagayos, how you doing up there? Mighty wet at the dingus here. Now, that's not cool for those folks. You get a half a meter of water coming for you. Have it. Have it. Bill Gates wants you to have some water. Nestle wants you to have some water, but not in the way you was wanting it. Because they're all well invested. Well invested in the toxifications of the basic human rights, like we call beautiful clear water, yellow sun, sweet airs, and sweet streams. Instead, we got chem-bombed air and stolen dreams. Have it, have it, have it. And now let's look at what's descending over the island right now. Look at that big line of chem. Look at the plumes here. Boom! Going off over the coast here. You can't make this up. If you made it up and you were making this up, it'd be a Stephen King horror movie. The whole earth looking like goddamn it. Bunch of floaties down here. You're Pennywise in a White House kind of guy. And another Pennywise wanting in. And meanwhile, I just got wise. The wise guys are in charge sometimes. You can expect some fuckery. Look at that loopiness out here. That's chem bombs. Chem bam bamby damby 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 bomb bomb bomb. They love you, so you're screwed. Right up the old wazoo. Boom boom boom, a plume plume a plume, and a boom boom boom, a plume 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 bomb bomb bomb. I would know I love it. Just settle that out there. How you doing there? That big old cloud there. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are chem bands. Look at the triple formation here in a triangle. What the hell was that? That's something out there. Crisscross will make you jump. The Mac Dad will make you hump. You be humping all day, breathing this crap in. You got no energy. Burning eyes, burning skin. Mr. Bird's going excellent when your heating bills rise, and he wanted to cover the sun in that too. You want to see who wrote this article? You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Who wrote this article? You ready for this? What is his name? Come on. I just said it a moment ago. Mr. Burns has wrote this article about blocking the sun. There he is. It's Mr. William C.G. Bird. Excellent. Boy, doesn't he look like the guy from Indiana Jones that held his hand up after he birded at something he was taking that didn't belong to him? Yes. High old shit list. You're on my shit list. Always this the University of Wisconsin. That's a place that needs it. That would be a great place to find master's articles, I imagine, and doctor's theses and Geoengineer will be actually printed and probably held in their libraries. Yeah, University of Wisconsin puts a lot of effort into geoengineering reporting. Yeah, so here's where you're going to find stuff about the Paris Agreement by just putting in there. Put in a CIGI 111 Geoengineering Governance, and you'll come up with all sorts of goodies. It will show you Scope X. He just wants you to buy something, don't they? Keuts, Couch Group. Couch Group Harvard. Here, you're going to want that. You're going to want this as part of your provings, of where the funding comes from. And again, this one university seems to be behind a whole lot of diabolical programs that a lot of us are activists to make sure do not occur. On big balloons like this going over your head. It talks about the spraying you like bugs. Is the material dangerous? Less than 2 kilograms. This is where I got on. When they said calcium carbonate, that's where I said bicarb. When you said where did he get bicarb from, it's written right there. It says right there. So once you added bicarb to the sky, you can make aluminum hydroxide, which yields milky water or milky clouded out sky. Would also occur. And this is about their experiments, so I want you to be aware of that. That they were being owned. Yeah, it's funded by, that couch is big, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation fund that as well. I'm going to go back over to here. And I'm watching this one here off the coast of Tassie. I imagine a couple of you have had your eyeballs at it. You see those dots means it's still loading. And I'll do the best I can with the imagery I got for now. Well, I always try to do the best I can with what I got. Look at the triple shot there. Since it's clear, I'll just follow that one. See the square, dot, dash. If the Geo Engineers can kiss my dash, they can damn sure kiss my dot, and I got a dash for them. Right between my legs. They want to suck up the oxygen out of the sky. They want a degeneration X, suck it to them, right to their face. See that big square over here with a bomb, with the lines going off, tendriling? Right there is as obvious as all. Another one here. Another one here. This whole line of crap is chembominated. All of it. Chembominated nucleation of chemtrail particles. Tiny penis particles floating in the sky, smelling like turds. We all deserve an honest answer of everything that's put in our environment, especially in the air that I breathe. Because all I need is the air that I breathe and to love my Mother Earth. I'm tired of seeing people live on their knees. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. How many miles of that is there? A whole lot. Look at all the squares. You tell me geoengineering ain't real? I say you're out of your mind. I say you've gone full COVIDiot. Hey, you call me a full retard on this, I'll correct you. I'm a megatard. Megatards see it. I'm a prime. I see what's going on well in advance. I could just read pressure maps and give you a forecast. But isn't it more important that we all get on the same page that this earth is in dire shape of needing our help? Because we have done that, all we've done is help ourselves. And when you help yourself too much, you're known as selfish. And selfish is a miness, M-Y-N-E-S-S. Make a choice. Do you want to be a oneness or a minus? It's only you could decide. I'm choosing to be a oneness with the big oneness, regardless of the cost. My God, how many square miles of chem you guys just got. What a disgusting display. What an absolute disgusting display. Look what I could do. It's just not the silly kid on a diving board. That'll do for me. Yeah, nearly 500,000 square kilometers of chemtrail drawn into a little ducky mouth with a little beaky beak. A little red bird. What a bunch of woodpeckers working around acting like a man ain't a man and a girl ain't a girl anymore, decided by their private parts. Fucking hell, this world is going loopy. It's going far. It's the opposite of what honest is possible. The Coral Sea National Park Zone. Is this what you do to the national park when you park a bunch of chem bombs over the top of it so it falls out into the waters? It's not very nice for those fish, is it? And you'll put those fishies on your fucking dishes, and you'll have some chem bombs in your dish. When no boat come in, their boats come in for far too long. It is time to let them know their gig is up. The gig is up. The Sandman's on the stage, and he's got the hook, and all y'all are going. All of ya. If you was president of the United States and you didn't fix it, you never get to go back. Look at the big 6 over you guys here. Very devilish sky. You can get a nice clear image here. Add a chem bomb. We can't be having you see it in. Blur that right on out. A bunch of Tetris slides. How are we doing in Hawaii? They get a diversion coming up. They have to move the moisture. So watch these flows. You can tell a lot by looking. Like it should be nice stripes. Okay, that's a tendril split. So that'll be a sacred storm. There's a tendril push here. See the square coming down there? That's a fold move. This will run up into that. Yeah, this dive down here, things are going to follow this corridor line. This heated outflow here has pretty much blocked that area up. So all the flow when it comes to Chris Pop, most of all that should come that way. Yep, that's just how that's going to work. Flow dynamics. And plus, I have the benefit of doing weather my own way. I never used a bunch of terms that people are used to. Why? Because they're doing stuff we're not used to, and they're using their old terms to lie about it. Meanwhile, I see a big old firework deployed here with a bunch of gray alien heads staring at the world. Having permission to come in yet? Have you activated the multidimensional fabric of Aether yet? Can I have a big pulsation wave here? Just a great big one? You know, this is not small. It's not a gravity wave. We didn't have a CME like that last night. Nah, this is just geoengineered bullshit. It's clouding out, toxifying. You see this hazy looking stuff? The milkiness would be aluminum hydroxide looking, and I wanted it tested for that. So we could say it definitive. All I can say is it looking like it. Boom, 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 bzz. Boom, 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 boom. Mr. Scam Man, killing our dreams. Boom, 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 boom. It's right. And diarrhea made us shit in our G's. Boom, 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 boom. Why don't they spray magnesium oxide and get it over? The toilet paper sales. My God, did you see you guys fight over toilet paper during COVID? Are you stupid? Like they're going to run out of that. You could drag your ass across your line and fertilized it like a dog. Drag it. But meanwhile, you drag your ass and so many other policies in the world, and I zoom back and I look at my mother and say, look what they've done, they're a bunch of bums. Look what they're done to your home. How many, look at, like that's none of that rain. It's influenced the line coming through here is hitting Nelson. I mean, you're going to get microwave, and I'm not believing that total. I'm not believing that total. It's nonsensical to me. Because it's a sticky outfit. That means the microwave is coming up and holding the flow. So it can't come straight through. I mean, that's what's going to keep that total down. Good. And they've had enough. Every one of y'all's had enough. Tell me one spot here that hasn't had enough. They don't even want another drop there this week. They don't want 2 centimeters there. They don't want to continue to look up and see 10 plus centimeters coming every 10 days to these places. They don't want to see the 15s and the 16 centimeters. They don't want to keep seeing this. So we have to say no to the Paris Accords. An agreement must be never agreed upon. Or the taxation debt of it is even worse. But blocking the sunshine from all creatures on my planet is beyond unacceptable policy, and even the suggestion of such a thing should be considered insanity. Yes, psychopathic, narcissistic, murderistic bastards. Probably don't even know who their daddy is because it's all been an eyes wide shut kind of world with a leg spread in a line. Oh, you don't know. All of them their daddy. My God, look what they've done to you guys. You poor folks. Absolutely disgusting. So I showed you the couch. I showed you the Siggy. I showed you the Gilt. I showed you the beams. I showed you the cam. And I showed you the forecast. This is what you can expect. And until you say no to the Paris Agreement in such a way, take the pens out of the hands, whatever you got to do. And this is the opposite of what the ancestors in the hills, the Great Spirit of the Sky, or Maya Spirit would want. You can watch a movie like Avatar, where this girl says that the beat of her planet felt mighty. I agree with that. The Schumann resonance 7.83 heartbeat of our planet must be allowed to return unpolluted, unfiltered, undenied, in all its beautifulness. That's the only harp that ever needs to play again on our planet. Is the angelic harp of the 7.83. Big love. Peace.